What if she does a Miriam, Attorney Kapunan?
Well,
What happens to the seriousness of the threat?
well, first of all, nobody can do a Miriam, no?
Well, yeah,
She is sui generis.
you're right.
She is an act by herself.
Oo.
And the vice president would be to quote a famous movie star, would be a poor copycat of Miriam, no?
Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
What if, Attorney Kapunan, what if Vice President Sara Duterte does a Miriam Defensor Santiago? Alam na natin ito, tayong dalawa. Nagko-cover na tayo noon. I'll remind the public. During the time of the ERA impeachment trial in 2021, ang sabi ni Miriam, I would jump off an airplane if ERA was arrested. So of course, ERA was obviously arrested. Tapos, nung tinanong ng media si Miriam, akala ko ba gagawin mo to? Sinabi mo, you jump off a plane. You know, this was a classic. She said it, I mean, I don't know if it was in court or the media. Then she said, ha, 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 I lied. Why am I bringing this up? What if the vice president has a press conference and says, tinanong, ano ba talaga? Did you hire an assassin? O sabi ni vice president, alam nyo, masyado nyo kung siniseryoso. I lied. That's why. Now, yan ang tanong ko. She says outright, I lied. No, I did not. Galit na galit lang ako noon because of that Operation Romanov. Kaya napapanaginipan ko, I lied. What if she does a Miriam, Attorney Kapunan? What happens to the seriousness of the threat?
Well, first of all, nobody can do a Miriam, no?
Well, yeah,
She is sui generis.
you're right.
She is an act by herself.
Oo.
And the vice president would be to quote a famous movie star, would be a poor copycat of Miriam, no? But the fact that if she admitted and then she said no joke, no joke. But this together with other evidence, her public utterances, hindi lang naman minsan yan. Marami pa. Kanya hindi naman as attempt as hiring of a person to kill. Kanya may kasama yan. Nakakalimutan natin yung inciting to sedition. She has outside this hiring of an assassin, hiring of a person to kill, no? Other videos, other public statements, when taken together, cannot be denied because these are all her own public statements. At yun po ay hopefully I'm not going into the merits, pero
Yeah.
yung question mo,
What if she does that?
if she says I lied, would you think an ordinary person, yung mga ordinary person, pag sinabing nagluloko lang po, hindi ba merong isang teacher na nagsabing bibigay ng award kung papatayin ng presidente. Tapos ang sabi niya linuloko ko lang kayo. Kung bomb threat, bomb sa airport, bawal magsabi na mag-joke na meron kang bomb dyan sa maleta mo or sa hand carry mo. This is taken seriously. You cannot lie. And if she says, I lied instead of no joke, karapat dapat ba na isang public official paniwalaan o pagkatiwalaan ng taong bayan pag alam pala niyang magsinungaling? Hindi lang sa buong taong sa buong bayan. A person who lies. First, lying is already in court. Lying is perjurious, no? Pwede kang makulong. The House of Representatives nga, pag naglalay ka, pwede kang i-contempt. Pag naglalay ka at vice president ka, at tumangkang if she lies and she says, I will jump off the plane, it may be a good solution to our problem.
Well, Okay, that's another, that's yours. But then
That's my,
I just
that's
want to
me, that's
remind
me speaking
that
up.
you,
Okay.
that's you speaking. So I want to remind the public that during the time of former President Duterte, and I want to ask you how this plays into your case on this one, is that there were ordinary citizens who actually threatened, no? Who issued death threats against former President Duterte. Ito para maalala lang ng publiko, itong 25 years old na si Ronel Mas, a social science teacher from Zambales. Ang nangyari, nag-tweet siya ng offer ng 50 million para patayin si Duterte, inaresto siya. Kinasuhan pa ng inciting to sedition. Another one, Maria Seron, 26, 2020, posted an online 75 million bounty for a hit job targeting the former president, arrested also. Ronald Kiboyen, 40 years old, a construction worker, nagpost sa Facebook, o double daw ang bounty pag pinatay ang presidente, inaresto din. Isa pang individual na 40 years old, taga Osamis, inaresto din. Ordinary people were arrested for offering bounties, death threats against former President Duterte. How does this play into VP Sara Duterte's death threat?
I think everything you said is very relevant. No? All of this show a pattern of government reaction to a threat. And these are threats. This is the reaction of our pertinent government agencies to consider threats, even threats made by ordinary citizens, as grave. Even if they did not have the capacity, even if these ordinary citizens did not have a private army or did not hire an assassin, even if they did not have the capability to offer several millions, it was still considered grave threats.
Yeah.
Compared to an individual, a public official, who has the resources, who has the manpower, who has the wherewithal to make good a threat. So if we are to make the ordinary citizen, if you treat an ordinary citizen like seriously, if threats are being made under the rule of law, everybody should be equally treated. Any official, even if it's not the vice president we're talking about, any public official should be held to that high standard of accountability. And because it is a public office, they are elected public officials. All public officials are elected officials, and they must make good their trust. They are elected by the people. Kung ang ordinaryong tao siniseryoso ng agencies natin, anong exempted ba ang isang vice president or any public official? I would like to add as well, no, that during the time of President Duterte, they enacted the anti-subversion law. Everybody was under scrutiny. Nare-red tag lahat. Lahat ng mga tao nare-red tag. Why? Because they considered it a serious threat against the president, against the institution. Kung sa salita lang na-red tag ka na. Ano pa yung sinabi mo by your own admission, naka-hire ka ng person to kill.
Bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog.